Hello boys, my name is Koyoshi and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for Switch with the Japanese voices enabled. In the last video we left off, well, doing some more side quests because apparently there's not enough of this thing again. Because, yeah, we definitely are doing lots of side quests and yeah. So you're probably wondering what we're doing in the middle of the city here. Well, I just found out something. The game cheats, sort of. I don't think I've ever heard that voice line. Anyway, so I found out there's a specific trigger for this quest that, for some reason, requires some interesting, text things, and just in case you know, it's another one of those, oh, we have to find that one random talkative point again, so we of course have to discuss that. Only we haven't actually gotten that yet because we can't really do the other stuff. And also I have gone during the party because this quest requires her. If this part ends up being a bit tricky, I will admit, probably will end up being. Actually, I have a better idea. Just to help fix this problem, I have a better idea. Let's actually just not boost every character up to the rank 10, but I am going to boost, actually, I think I want to almost boost all of Lance's stuff up, but like, yeah, he still has some stuff to do, but specifically, I'm going to use some no-pawn coins. I'm going to boost Machine Shashin up to rank 10, and your Lost Vanguard, I'm gonna make him something that he hasn't done yet, but he hasn't seen in a while. So you know what, for the heck of it, let's make him a heavy guard. He hasn't used it in a while though, so we're gonna auto build so he doesn't have suck staff, and this also saves me a bit of time later. I just think if you don't do this, it takes a really long time to set things up. We're gonna do Mishojin, no love lost. We're gonna give him no mighty beat this time, but we will give him Tri-Slash. I'll keep that because it helps evade, and I think that'll be it for now. Oh, we don't really need that now, that's tactics. You know what, I think just keeping these for now will be better. And he already has defensive so he can't put on anything else, that's just why it had to be something else. We're gonna change ultimate counter. Oh, actually, I have a better idea. Replace Steel Protection with Burning Spirit instead of Perilous Presence. Accessories, he's gonna replace one of the weaker phones, and instead is gonna get. Oh wait. Oh wait, no. Right. I forgot. I need to, of course, give him some more threat building stuff, and the best thing for that is the beautiful crystal. So I'm doing this specifically because I heard the next battle is going to be really rough without 2 tanks, because this is a very dangerous quest, so I'm specifically setting up just for this quest. The other characters are still going to change as normally, and I think down the line both Lance and Sita will eventually do stuff, but for now, we need to do this. Also, I just realized Azura has probably the best threat setup, so if we do use the no Rego tanks in a party, we'll be using Azura for most of the game from now on, although we still have to kind of use our heals for a bit, so yeah. We're gonna go back to our usual 2 tank, 2 DPS, 2 healer strat. Also, apparently I haven't found the thing yet. Give me a minute. I do want to get this Agnes Castle quest out of the way to just get this thing out of the way. So I'm gonna look and see what's going on. Okay, so during that whole setup, I ported back to Agnes Castle and realized I made the mistake. I thought it initially had like attention at the city themed this session, although I swore I looked around pretty much everywhere and I couldn't even find anything. You see, I literally... Oh. I'm not a foot soldiers can still not tell that is. Anyways, after doing some research, I found out they're actually here already in the area, but for some reason it's like glitched. I don't know. From what I saw on YouTube when I did the extra stuff, based off of the videos I watched and or looked at, I noticed that I'll just actually run around this whole area just to make sure I'm not like being silly, but like I swear I'm pretty sure I haven't done this quest yet. I checked, the page is not something that's done. Also, you need to have Gondor in this party or you won't even see the quest. Otherwise it'll be unable to be played. Although I just realized, maybe it doesn't spawn because Gondor's... I don't get this. Anyway, from what I found out, I initially thought it was in Agnes Castle, went around here, didn't find anything, so I went the other way, looking at the other stuff. Honestly, I have no idea what to do, so I'll just change to a different random hero, and then look again. Oh, wait! I just realized something. I'm a silly puss, and I probably haven't changed it to nighttime. So I'm guessing these stupid Shin points probably are one of those only spawns at nighttime collection points. So, on that note, we're gonna just walk around here, notice that nothing's going on. We're gonna travel to the same point again, but we're gonna set it to midnight time and then do it again. I know where the points spawn, it's just the problem is there's no collection points there, so I'm thinking maybe by changing it to nighttime that will change it. Honestly though, at this point I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, because the big requirements are Gondor must be in the party at some point, or I don't think you'll see this quest. That specific point needs to be discussed, which only spawns after the true inspector thing has been done, and if you go to our quest, we literally did that the last video. That was like one of the last things we did in our video last time, as we did that. So we should have all the requirements, and yet we just can't find it. It's so stupid. Well, I guess while I waste my time doing other stuff, I did find a couple more things. You see, there's actually a little secret cheat tactic I did not know about. But first, before I forget about something, I'm actually gonna go to the city real quick and make sure I'm not, like, forgetting something. I don't know. So, there is actually Ascension for Elfil, and I think that same also goes for Kamari too. However, you only get this to appear if you have a character with Flash Venture rank 10, and oh, speaking of which, I need to make sure I actually have that with at least one person. Yeah, see, Uni has both Flash Venture rank 10 and the Seraph class rank 10. That's what's actually required to get the Ascension for Ethel, but it isn't actually a quest. In fact, it's actually some other event altogether. To make sure I'm not a silly puss and missing something though, I'm gonna go to where Kamari usually is, which is around here, just to prove my point. Going here does nothing. And with this effect active, also, I think this may not work unless we actually have them as the party leader, so I'll Uni as the party leader until I finish this. Anyway, talk to them here. They don't really do much, but there's one way we can fix this. Put Kabari in the party. And, yeah, nothing changes. But there is one secret that will allow you to still get this done. This is basically a hidden, nasty secret that you're probably not going to know about. Of course, in order to trigger this, we have to go back to the origins of where our first colony was located. For those of you who don't know, that's Colony Omega. You know that big old transport plane, or the whatever colony that had like the purple flame clock that we kind of just destroyed and then just kind of... yeah. You know that super duper colony thing that could apparently quote unquote bring people close to their homecoming, meaning they will automatically go up to like a 9-year person, so they'll already be close to their expiry date. Well, apparently that's linked to his storyline, but there's no way of knowing how to even do that, because and see, they even give a hint, says perhaps we should pay a visit to the lab, there might be something hidden there. So that it like even tells you about something. Also, we never actually went in here at first, so I guess it makes sense. So we probably needed to come here later anyway. But for some reason, visiting this particular place exclusively with Kamari and all these setups will trigger this cutscene. Also, apparently Ethel just teleports in here even though she wasn't here. Okay, so she remembers this room.
俺はここで目覚め、雅たちと出会った。
じゃあ、あのゆりかごは
ただのゆりかごではない。命を成人に近い状態へと成長させる機能が備わっている。
そういうことか。Y はこいつを使ってムンバたちを再生したんだな。
カムナビ、そのゆりかごはまだ使えるのか？
装置はかろうじて動いているが、なぜそんなことを聞く？
おい、まさかエセル。
我々の敵は人知を超えた存在で、人々の命を糧にする化け物どもだ。お前たちはそんな連中と戦っている。なのに私は、今の私では自分の身を守るのがせいぜいだ。できることといえば、皆の足手まといにならないよう後ろで見ていることだけだ。だが、このゆりかごを使えば。
エセル。
My guide doesn't even talk about this at all. The only way I was able to find this is I had to go to Ethel's own profile thing on that same website, and that's when I finally figured out what to do. It's quite a tough thing. You would never know that this scene even existed. Because if you come here with any other character, the trick just doesn't work, but if you come here with Kamari specifically for some reason, then this cutscene triggers. It's one of those weird hidden things that you would pretty much just have to try every hero until you got one working.
言葉にした時点ですでに腹を決めている。ならば、お主の思った通りにするとよい。
カムナビ、いいの？彼女を私たちの戦いに巻き込んで。
エセルの道はエセルが決める。もとより覚悟していたことだ。そもそも平穏な生を望むなら俺たちに堂々などしてはいまい。道は初めから彼女の中にあったのだろう。
それは確かにそうだが。
It's quite a long
案ずる
cutscene,
気
I
持ちは
will
同じ
admit.
だ。
Many people probably didn't even know this
他ならぬ俺
existed
自
half
身
of the time.
戦道を求
How
め
are
る
you
と生きる
supposed to
身の
find
上
this normally? You just explore this random area, just switch
Only
with a
judo
random
として
hero.
その覚悟と意志を尊重したい。
Why do you need to have right
他な
10 of
らぬ
those
エセ
two
ルの
classes? Otherwise,
自
it
由
won't
の
work
ためにも。
on the same character, for that matter, as well.
カムナビ。
無論俺の一存で全てを決めるわけにもいかぬ。俺たちの意思は伝えた。皆の意見を聞かせてはくれないか。
どうする？
Oh, so you can choose. Well, obviously we need to do this. Otherwise, Ethel's not going to even become it again. So basically, we treated a certain cutscene, and we're basically gonna trap Ethel in a big machine thing that is gonna... What is basically a big old long aging machine that's gonna cause her to age until the point where she becomes close to her homecoming. Also, that didn't take too long. And when she comes back, she looks more like she did before when we had first met her instead. Alright. That took a while, but Ethel is back, finally. We knew she wasn't dead, but to have her come back as a hero, that was quite a hidden task, I will admit. Unfortunately, I did end up looking this up, because, like, I do want to, of course, ascend all the heroes, but this one is especially secret. Imagine how hard it must have been to find this without a
問
guide.
題ない。むしろ力が湧き上がってくるようだ。これで私も皆と共に戦える。礼を言うぞ。
That also gives us an extra hero whenever we play that hero mode thing again, so now we can get her in the special sets again.
白金。
白金とは何のことだ？
いや、今のお主を見てその言葉がまるで何かに導かれるように。一体なぜ？この感覚はどこから？
カムナビ、それは
我々が今考えるべきは未来であり。
Alright. This isn't even a quest, this is just a long cutscene.
違うか。
And this is how you get Evil stuff. Imagine if each one of this was you just go to the right place at the right people at the right time, and you just get the
私
essential
がお
like
前
that.
の目になる。あの言葉は今でも変わらないぞ。
Because it doesn't technically have a requirement, you can technically do this as early as you get camaraderie. Once you get
お
the
前が道
person
を
Sarah
示してくれたように、
up to rank 10.
今度は私がしるべとなってみせよう。
そうであったな。
Alright.
俺に見えぬものはお主が見るか。
Kamari, from what I appear, doesn't have Ascended quest either, so I think they actually just both ascend at the same time, which is kind of interesting. Well, we'll see in a minute once we finish this cutscene.
お主とならあるいは
共に答えを探そう、カムナビ。私たちならきっとできるはずだ。
So the West Farmer Fools are now, friends, apparently. Yep, I knew it. Okay, so both of their class rabbit breaks have been broken, and Evil is now playable again. Wow, that was quite a big change. And to think you literally just go into a lab, trigger a big cutscene, and you get them both back. My goodness. Imagine if everything was that easy. Oh, and Ethel automatically gets inserted to your party too. So anyways, now Silver Cold Ethel is back at rank 20, and this also caused Kamari to go to rank 20 as well. So that one thing we did just ascended 2 heroes at the same time. Imagine if it was that easy. Anyways, well, that was one hero ascension. Let's do the next thing, shall we? Unfortunately, I am still struggling to find out about the Ignis Castle thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find anything about that. I kind of just looked somewhere else altogether, and that's when I decided to just do that Inception, because I was thought, well, I'm gonna forget about Ethel at some point, so I figure I may as well get that out of the way, and yes, I did look that up. My apologies. This isn't really much of a blind playthrough anymore, but I'm still blind to the storyline, so I still don't know what final boss is coming up. Oh, what am I kidding? I think it's probably Z. It has to be. It would be silly if they didn't make them the final boss. I hope he's epic. Anyway, well, 2 Ascended Heroes done, but I think we need to take a break a little bit. I'm gonna be right back until I figure out what's going on here. Hello boys, I'm back. So, I found out the game is in a bug state. For some reason, for this one specific class quest, even if you've done all the requirements, the game will just... Anyway, for some reason, we don't know why this is like this. We don't know why the trigger setup is specifically set up like this. I'm actually going to keep Gondor in anyway, since I'm the leader for later, so I think I'll just keep her in for a bit. I'll keep the setup I have. I don't want to mess this up, but anyway. For some reason, this whole part with this quest is extremely bugged and won't actually trigger. Now, it's guaranteed to trigger if you have done the whole storyline, that is, but no way in heck I want to do the main storyline unless, like, I absolutely need to. For some reason, it's bugged until we get the next hero quest set up. Because of this, we're actually just going to progress the main storyline. I'm throwing a big surprise to say I'm not actually doing all the side quests yet. I'm going to progress the storyline a bit more. Anyways, we corrected all the origin fragments. Saman no have been watching through whole exabytes through terminal. Oh, and what a sight it was. Friends are amazing. And so, with this, Amon could create engines with the like of which was before only dreams. So friends just leave the less Simone. We'll need a bit of time to complete ship project. Let's get kicked back until it's ready. Understood. Have fun with it, Mr. Simone. So we're going to trigger our cutscene, and I think after doing a couple of these, and you'll get one more quest. And once...
メビウスはこの世界でしか生きられない存在だ。強く、そして弱い。メビウスって何なんだろうな。
Anyway, in a kind of a surprise twist, we are going to continue the storyline for a bit until we get to a certain point.
限定条件は付けにせよ。 僕たちは死んでも再生される。メビウスはどうなんだ？
メビウスは死んだら復活できないわ。
なぜ？
私にもわからない。でも皆本質的にそのことを知っている。だから恐れるの、死を。
死を恐れるか。ヨランも知ってたんだろうな。
なのにあんなこと。もう会えないのか。
でもヨランは残してくれた。
Anyway. Yeah, for some reason this quest is bugged until you get to a storyline to a certain point, so we're actually doing a bit of storyline progression.
メビウスが恐れる死の先にあるもの。女王の言ってた。
I think my title for this, just to make it a bit more obvious, also try to avoid a spoiler for what it actually is gonna be Secret Ascension. I think that makes the most sense. For some reason you guys don't like the Slayer thing, I can change it to something else.
どっちにしろ後ろ向きなもんじゃないな。むしろその反対。
I probably should have just done this to begin with.
素直な気持ちのままでいいと思うもん。
So, yeah,
私たちがこうし
the
たい。
thing I said I would do in the previous video stuff, I'm
思い
doing
のま
now
まに進ん
instead.
でいけば。
だったら俺は未来へと進みたい。本来あるべきであった未来へ。
もし許されるのなら、もしこの先も道が続いているのなら、私のノアと二人で歩きたい。
永遠って。
Alright. Mr. Saman? May I wait for you long chime, engine already installed. Finally she finished in perfect. Congratulations, Mr. Saman. So now we'll be able to go to Origin. Riku will be pilot, yes? Affirmative. Saman sent Riku information how to steer and on equipment blowout, but first, let's look around. Mary, you're all hasty as always. Saman is basking his achievement now. Listen to explanation of the ship. Yeah, Mr. Saman, we don't really get all of your technical talk. We'll leave all that to Riku, yeah? That's fine, right? Oh, this is very fine, yes. Saman had calculated optimal route for throwing ship at Vortex. Waters around Tharvey Cape are good. Saman sent precise coordinates. Hi, Raider. Do all that for us? Mr. Saman, thank you so much. Without you, we wouldn't be able to join the battle. You let Saman help this much. Just come back alive for sure. We will. Alright. So this is of course one of those points of no returns, and also there's another quest that appears elsewhere. I believe we have to do this part as well, although this is more of an optional quest or than anything. So immediately after you do that, Simone has a second quest you could do. There's something that Simone been turning over in mind. Friends still have Piece of Origin mail, yes? Well, I mean, we gave it all to you. Simone disappointed to hear. Their tiny gleam on radar, slightest blip of light. Really? Huh? I wonder if it's this. Yeah, it sort of looks like Origin metal if you squint. Yeah, that's it. really origin metal, but it's short. Origin shard, better name. Gray find mostly ones of that size. Oh yeah, he was collecting them when we met. I suppose you asked him to collect them for you. Mr. Simone, do you need more origin metal for something? Ship is already perfect. But if Simon have more, then more effective use can be found. If Simon have origin metal, then Simon able to construct Fane-like Blade of Noah. Not bad. You can really do that. Simone can do this with Ultimate Hammer. I have this idea when tinkering with Engine of Bravery. You just randomly came up with that? The friend's going to be a boss of Mobius. The friends want good blade, yes, of course. Good, then settle. Friends find Origin Sword to make blades more strong, but that's not all. We also need Nopon who wield this hammer. What do we need Nopon for? Origin metal only able to be worked by Ultimate Hammer. Let someone see how many Nopon who know ancient technique for use only with this hammer. Simone think there are 6 scattered in the world. Okay, so first we'll go looking for Nopon who wield hammers like that. Tell them to meet Simone here at workshop. So these were actually revealed to... Odd shards were now revealed as origin shards apparently. And this gives us another quest, uniting the 7 Nopon. So, unfortunately, there's not really a good spot to know this. You pretty much have to go to every individual area and talk to every individual that has a hammer. So it could be kind of tricky to do. I honestly don't know why that hero quest failed, by the way. Let's be honest, I still am kind of getting goosebumps trying to figure it out, but... I might have to complete this too, honestly. Or it could be in the city, I don't know. I'm gonna go to the city next. I actually kind of want to do this part next. Alright, so this next part is really tricky. They give you no clues and not much to do. You pretty much just have to go to every place that you know has a Nopon and just hope that you find one that has an ultimate hammer, I guess. But, of course, if you've played this game enough, you will know that they're quite... You probably have already seen most of the 6 already anyway. Oh. I don't really need your energy. I'm gonna go to every character that has an info box first. I think that's the easiest way to figure this out. Although some of them are a bit more hidden, like... Okay, so I guess before I do anything else, I think there is one that... Alright, anyway. It's so weird that this quest is bugged, but I guess if it is still really bugged, we can treat it as if it's a hero quest. Endgame exclusive quest and just do it at the endgame a bit later. Well, that's the info spot from before. But the first thing that actually comes to mind is not in there directly, but if we go to the Eternal Canopy and go to the right spot, there was a big chef that for some reason wielded a big hammer that said he was going to hide in this small encampment in the middle of the nowhere. We met him during, of course, the hero quest that we had to do. Specifically, the hero Ascension quest for Riku and Mana required us to talk to someone, and we noticed that they were wielding a special hammer. Although I can't quite remember where all of them are, I do know that at least one of them is hidden here, and it was a pretty tricky spot, so I figure let's get this one out of the way first. And yes, to ensure that I'm not wasting too much time now, I decided for the rest of the video I'm just gonna do this, focus mostly on this quest, but I do have plans for the EverQuest stuff, but if I still can't find a way to get that glitch trick to work, honestly, I have no idea. So I think Uniting the 7 No Pawn does have a glitch thing, so because of that, I'm just gonna do that first. Whenever I finish that, I'll try to finish that hopefully by the end of the next episode. Of course, the game doesn't tell you where to go in each of these spots. You pretty much are forced to just go to every single no pawn you know about, no pawn caravan and whatnot, and just hope that they have the ultimate hammer. So like, see here, we can talk to Tipapa. Friends again? Tipapa busy with preparation of house move. Used that ultimate hammer to make Mano's pot, did you? How'd Neil know about secret of hammer? We'd like to ask you, as the wielder of the ultimate hammer, ask if you, as the wielder of the ultimate hammer, can help us too. Tipapa politely declined, is what Tipa dearly want to say, but no, it must be someone who tell Mio about hammer, right? When Simone call, no pawn must answer. Tipapa must return loan. Thank you. Do not get wrong idea. Tipapa have duty to Simone. Only that. Tipapa assume he has to go to the workshop of Simone. That's right, and we'll send you the coordinates because the city's moving. Tipapa be on way. So, we get that, and we get, each one we do also gives us an info spot as well, and there's no way you would have known about this. Pretty much the only way you could successfully do this in a safe and good way is to basically just go back through every single region in the game. Specifically the spots that had no pawn, and basically talk to every no pawn that you meet, and that's basically what we're doing. Only we don't have to do all of that because the hammer is obvious enough, as long as we find the person with the hammer. Although, not all of them are in easy to reach locations. Some are a bit more trickier. Where's... oh. Officials aren't reading that. Oh, of course! Pain just used for crushed mid-afternoon armored chestnut sack. It's a pretty important hammer. Are you allowed to use it for snack purposes? It's better than let hammer get rusty crusty. Pain considered taking Disciple to teach hammer skill to, but everyone only interested in trade. How will you feel about the chance to get to properly use it again? There's someone with a hammer-shaped favor to ask you. Retired from that sweaty work long time ago. Didn't we help you out when you were on your last legs? Meh. Pain got no choice, but Pain not come cheap. We'll work something out. Pain accept. If workshop ready, here are the coordinates. We'll catch up with you later. Prepare cost estimate for friends. Well, he kind of vanished before he did anything. Oh yeah, and that means going to the no pawn caravan locations too. There's a bunch of no pawn caravan locations. But then there's also no pawn in other areas. Speaking of which, there was a bunch of those back in Fornus. And this portal area over here is also somewhat useful too. This one also had a big amount of no pawn. So we're gonna have to go to each of the no pawn slots here. By the way, so far we've gotten pretty lucky with Xenon, although only one I've actually straight up remembered. The rest, basically, is I talk to every no pawn and hope for the best. That one doesn't have a hammer. And also, those special challenge ones don't have a hammer by default. Also, I just realized something. Preparation. Oh, I can just do that at the end of this video, I guess. Right. Let's go to oh yeah, the big thing I was thinking about is go to Colony 30, because I swear I saw a lot of those using at least some hammer. Maybe some are using an ultimate hammer to build Doric, so we're going to Colony 30 next. Also, we need to pick up a quest here anyway, so I think we could just pick that up while we're here. Because of that, actually, you know what, we don't have to need Baldi in the party yet. It'll only force us to pick this up later, but anyways, coming in here, we get some info. Meh, finishing touches on Zodiac about to be applied, oh. Congrats on a job well done. Looking forward to the grand reveal. So, we get this door complete thing, which is one of the hidden quests that we've been waiting for. And this is one of the last quests we need to do here. And there's another one similarly, but in the other colony. I don't know. I swear when I came here last time, a lot of these characters, I guess, either had wrenches or had hammers. Either way, there's a lot of Nopon here last I checked, so we have a good amount of people to check out, although most of them are wearing a wrench rather than the hammer, but it's still a good place to check, and we have to come here for a quest anyways, like I mentioned, so we can just get both of those done at once. If you are worried, you could always just spam talk to them. It doesn't take that long to go through the dialogue. Some of them do move around too, so sometimes they can be kind of tricky to find.
Yep.
Anyway. I should probably actually collect those 2 info points so I can set these as assignments just so I don't forget about it. So most of this will probably actually be collection points more than anything. To be fair, we need to do these eventually. No point in waiting until later. We still have a Triton quest to do and whatnot. There's still so much to do. Alright. 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 It could be possible that we already did this quest, although last I checked I didn't have it. Some of the info points, though, in certain areas can be very tough to find. Because again, the game doesn't mark them on the map. If there was like a red or blue marker on the map that said, oh, this is like an info point, that'd be so much easier. By the way, developers, if you actually end up watching this, do make that an idea. Like, actually put like a big blue marker that indicates where the point is. Because sometimes, I swear, trying to find these info points to get info to discuss could take forever. Because there's no way of knowing otherwise. Alright, well, pretty much the only thing we can do now is basically we need to fast travel to every single point in the game that has Nopon caravans. Thankfully, some of that problems are done for us, as Piranha's Hulks automatically have caravans next to them, which automatically have Nopon, so we get quite a few places to check. It also sometimes have them too. Fortunately, the city pretty much only had some bone there. Sad. Anyway, so it'll be basically just the fast travel the video game. Thankfully, this won't actually take as long as you'd think, because it's actually really straightforward. Although part of the problem is there are some the one I mentioned earlier. That's the only ever one I knew about, which is hiding there. And I figure before I go to each of the spots, I figured I'd rather actually go to other stuff. Also, Colony 9 is basically done with quests, so you know what? Before I forget, I'm gonna actually... Oh, Keith's Castle has some quests too. I should probably just do this now.
ちゃんと集めきれたな。
I still have the chance to do that.
よし、完成だ。
Remember, you can use silver,
ちゃんと集めきれたな。
silver Nopon coins to complete some of these items early if you want.
やればできるんだな。
Oh wow, that gave points for Agnes Castle rather than Gives Castle. I like how Ulrich is affiliated with Gives Castle, and yet also Colony 11 didn't even have anything to do before.
やればできるんだな。
So now we can finally do that.
よし、完成だ。やればできるんだな。
Colony 11 didn't even have any points until we did this. So it did straight up take a while. We can actually set it to first time reward first.
よし、完成だ。
This is a first time reward, right?
よし、完成だ。
Okay, there's a few that we haven't completed yet. This one's actually the hardest to get up. Because like unlike other info spots where you can at least figure out what to do.
やればできるんだな。 ちゃんと集めきれたな。ちゃんと集めきれたな。よし、完成だ。
腹減ったな。
よっ。
Bit.
一歩前進だな。
Oh wow. There was one over there. I could always get the info stuff later, it's just right now I wanna do other stuff. I don't actually think there's any one here that I remember. Some areas are very low in no pond or mostly just humans. Like even this has a mechanic. Animals bad instead. Alright. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is probably gonna get very boring real quick, so before I bore you to death with all this mocking, I'm gonna do something even more cheeky, and I'm gonna end this episode right here. Still, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, you enjoy, comment, rate, subscribe. We at least ascended somebody, and we did a main story quest, I guess, so... yeah. We did stuff, but in the next video, hopefully we'll do some more stuff. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.